Welcome to a little sound report. This is about sound, and this time it's about the Vertigo VSM3, which is capable of a very subtle distortion. I've loaded a synth and I'm trying to demonstrate. With the drive, I add harmonics. You will hear the comparison. You can see I have two different distortion units that generate harmonics, and the Vertigo calls it second or third. And very interesting is how subtle I can blend them in. I can switch them in parallel or in serial mode. And in parallel mode I can switch between the second and the third harmonic generator. Now I'm trying to listen only to one of them, and there I can see that I rise the drive, which changes the overtones, and then I can change the level. I can also filter it with a shape button, and there is a mix button where I can blend between dry and wet, but only if filter is not in track mode. When I switch to one of the other modes, for example full, then I can blend, but in track mode I always hear the full signal, while now in full mode I can blend, although the naming of this switch is maybe not self-explaining. But it's very interesting that I have this option to blend in only a little bit of the distorted signal. In addition to that, I can switch between a hard and a soft distortion, which is a little bit like soft knee or hard knee on a compressor. And I can also choose if this distortion affects a mid signal, a side signal, or left and right signal, which I can switch independently for both sections. So it is also used for mastering. And there's one preset that people celebrate called Hi-Fi Your Mix. And now I'm having this preset on a mix which maybe doesn't really need this, but you can hear that it's very subtle what I'm adding. And the third harmonics generator is affecting only the side signal, which you can hear now. While the second harmonic generator is affecting the mid signal. So it's a mastering tool. I'm going back to the original preset. You can compare how subtle the difference is. So it's a new kind of exciter, but you can also hear what it exactly does with these monitoring switches. So you hear the third generator solo. Sounds very damaged now, as I have already pushed the limits to the max on this track. But now you hear you heard the second generator, and on top you can also choose the mid or the side signal for monitoring. And now I'm only hearing again a second or third generator, and put them both to a left-right mode. So these monitoring solo options are not only for mid and side, they are also for left and right. So you could, for example, use the VSM3 for being in a bus channel and being used as a send effect. So you can see there are lots of different ways to use the VSM3. I'm going back to the use of a synthesizer, or the use of the VSM3 on a synth, and now I'm choosing another preset and add some harmonics, and I want to demonstrate a little bit the filter and the parallel and serial switch. So if it's in serial, of course it's running from left through right, first in the second generator, then in the third generator, and I can blend only when they are in parallel mode. And there you have the filter full, gives about 122 the top, and here are different filter modes, so you have only a small portion of the distorted signal, which you can also blend in again with this button here. So here it's totally dry, and now I'm adding just a tiny little bit of distortion, which may also be interesting to be added only for the side signal, for example. So I've got to say, this is a new definition of distortion, and I've never been able to add distortion in a that much controlled and subtle way into my music.